Okay, today I'm going to do a quick review on my new camera. This is the Sony FDR-X3000. I've had this for a week or two now. The mic, this setup, I just got. I haven't even used this mic yet. And this bracket here, I haven't used this. This tripod is an old tripod. I've had it for years and years. But and I've used the Sony cam, action cam, and made 3 videos so far. One problem I've had is I filmed it in 1080p. I think it's 30 FPS, and I put them on YouTube. But my dad and my sister says they can't watch the videos. I don't know why. So I'm gonna go down to 720 at 30 frames per second. I think that's what it is. I think that's what I was doing with my old camera. You know, I'm not much up on this technology stuff. Getting old, I guess. But so there's the mic. One thing with this setup, or this, I got the lens protector. I didn't even want to use this camera without that lens protector. I did use the waterproof case once, making the film of me riding my bike out at the airport. So I'm going to go ahead and review a little bit of what I purchased here. But I'm going to go ahead and use that camera and that mic. Now, one problem I see me having, because I'm forgetful, is make sure I turn this mic off. You have 2 settings. This first setting's for close proximity to the sound, and this is for sound further away. So you want to make sure you turn it on and you have that green light. So I'm going to go ahead and this old camera just shut itself off, and that's a big problem I had with this one. It just kept shutting itself off while I was filming. It was very frustrating. I didn't really take care of it. It doesn't have any motion stabilization. Has a really good zoom, really good quality picture taking. It's a Samsung. This little stand, I got Harbor Freight. This works good for your cars. You have a magnet. Put it on the hood. You know, anywhere on your car. But it has no motion stabilization, and that's a frustrating thing with a lot of my videos on YouTube, is the bounciness of them. Okay, so one thing I got to get used to too is I didn't buy the remote for this Sony action cam, so I can't see where I'm filming. It's point and shoot, but I think I'll get used to it pretty quick. So I purchased this. This is a Stuntman chest harness. Mount the camera here. I think this would work great for when I go like fishing and stuff like that, if I want to film. Here's the box that the mic came in. This sand disc, I'd make sure you're using the correct one. This is a 64, what was that, gigabyte, speed up to 100 MP, whatever. I think some of those camera bundles you see on Amazon, they don't sell, or they don't include the correct disc, and people are having a problem with it. I did purchase an extra battery. It came with this waterproof case. Also came with this cable. This is a Sony camera case. I've had this maybe 10 years for some old cameras. I do have another camera here. This one will just slide right into there nicely, and the one I'm holding will fit in here. This will fit in there. Oh, what I don't have is the manual. I'd recommend printing out the manual. I think it's like 131 pages, and I printed out 53 pages, and I went to the library. They charged me a nickel a page, so it came to $2.65, but I think it's worth it because, you know, I watch a lot of videos on this camera, and you read the comments, and with some of the comments I see is people are trying to figure out how to use the zoom. And in that manual it tells you. Also, you know, how do you delete the files, the pictures and the movies you have on this disc. And it also tells you in the manual, you actually just format the disc. That's how you do it. You know, like on this camera, you know, you have the screen, you know, and it says delete and movies or pictures, you know, so it's really easy. It took me a little bit to figure out, do you just format the disc to delete your current stuff you have on there, and yes, that's what you have to do. So this is it. You know, I'm pretty pleased with this setup. This is the first time I'm using this mic, so hopefully I have it connected correctly and using it correctly. I'll have to test it with the wind, but this is it. And I think I'll include a couple of pages of the manual with the page for the formatting and the page for the zoom.